about organization. This, young people, was back in 1949 to 1950 when he was there and when I was there. And I admired that kind of speech that he gave us about making sure that you had your written notes so that you would not fumble. He was, or he is, a person who knows English and he respects English. And that was something that we were taught a lot at Bethune-Cookman as well. I don't want us to start, please, but all of the things that have been said by the panel are things that, with which I am so familiar, and I am so happy and proud to see the students here. My main problem at this time is that students, young people, know nothing about what went on or why you're sitting in a building this nice, or why you can go across the street to the store. You don't know. And so many of you are reluctant to understand why. I was speaking to someone and telling her about the actual thing that happened in Selma. And so many people of your age and mine don't want to see it because it hurts them. I want you to be hurt. I want you to, yeah, I can't stand it, they say. I want you not to stand it.
That's right.
Exactly. Because,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I want you to cry. You need to cry. You need to know why you're standing up on somebody's shoulder right now. And believe me, that's what you're doing. Here you can see it starting all over again with what's happening now.
Some of you may wonder, as you're selecting your courses and everything, where did the university come up with the idea of your having to take that cultural elective? Well, it was a group of Norfolk State students who started through the Student Senate. I believe the Student Senate President and others that particular year, that went to Dr. Jesse Lewis, who was our Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I won't say demanded, but let's say talked with him and convinced him that one of the things that they felt needed to be done here at the institution was to implement that. And as a result of that, more of our students began to know more about Black history because they generally will take the 335 or 336 class. And luckily, I can say for myself that the feedback that I get from my students, I mean, it's like a new door has opened. And they thank me every semester. It has never ceased. The students will come up to me and say, Mrs. Farr, I just didn't know. And then we get to talking. And then what I also encourage them to do is to tell their children about it. And I say, you can spend a lot of money for Christmas gifts, buy books, buy tapes, buy whatever it takes to get your children into what it is all about. Because we say that there's a lot of work yet left to be done. And a lot of that is going to be on the shoulders of students who either because they don't want to or because some people have fed them a bill of goods to think that, you know, they've made it. And some of their parents have made it because we've been lucky, grateful for the fact that a lot of people now have educations and making more money or whatever. But what happens when you get involved in that realm and then you forget what it's all about? Because sometimes we lose our reality. And I told my own son, you know, sometimes you all benefit from what we have done. Now it's time for you to have children and to foster young people to understand that there is still yet a lot to be done. Absolutely. You cannot sit on the laurels of your parents and their education. And you need to teach your children that they cannot sit on your laurels. That there's yet a lot to be done, but they're going to have to be the doers. We want a lot of these things done that we said we still haven't got, then we have to do that. And I would just end in saying too that Norfolk State has been a blessing to a lot of people. And one of the things that I want to say just a bit about, and that is when you graduate, you need to support your institution. And some of those schools like Fisk, they got these well, not enough money, is what I'm saying, but in Hampton, you know, they get, a lot of their, graduates give money, and that's why they continue to do pretty good in terms of some of the things that they do. And that's one of the things that we have to look out for, because if you want these institutions to continue, they have to be financially supported. And at this time, at this place in the United States, I'm telling you what the state government folk are thinking. That we are giving you the money to run your school, but we're also letting you know that you have to do more now to raise money to go along with that, those federal and state dollars that you get.
Can I say something on that also? And you're saying it beautiful. I'm a graduate of St. Augustine's University. It's a university now. It used to go to St. Augustine's College. And I think that's still the way most of you know it. We have to give because that's how we get money. Alumni give. State university students tend not to give back at the same level. And that's a shame. I heard a man say, he was a graduate of Morehouse, and he said, before I do anything in any month, I give some money to Morehouse, because without that school, I wouldn't be able to give to anything. Without your school, your job is going to depend on it, and that job would not be possible without this university. Don't forget it. It fed you when you needed to, now give back. Well, you're here today, that's a good thing.
Absolutely, it's a great thing.
Let's get to some Q&A.
Yeah, so let's